All right.
All right. You ready to start?
I suppose. This tea needs to steep.
It does, yes. Well, I figured it could steep while we talked.
That's true.
All right. Want me to do the introduction?
Whatever you want, dear.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Welcome to Tea with the Beavers, where we drink tea and don't spill it. Literally or figuratively.
Well, I hope we don't spill it. I mean, the chances are high if you got me here.
If we do, move the microphone. Save the expensive equipment.
So pretty. I will be frank, this is not our first attempt at starting this podcast.
No, this is take two of hopefully not anymore.
Wait.
Does it balance? No.
Did just a minute ago. I swear.
No, don't do that. That's bad. Okay, now don't touch the table.
Don't breathe. No one breathe. Look at that. That's so cool. You know,
I'm scared.
I could make something.
You totally could. Just put a little wood block down.
I should totally do that.
And just have a little hole that size. There's probably bits on some machine somewhere that are that exact size. Right?
Sound effects included. Anyway, as my beautiful wife has said, welcome to the
Tea with the Beavers.
Tea with the Beavers podcast. I was like, eager beaver, leave it to beaver. All the things.
One of the beaver things.
Something with beaver because beaver is me. I'm Beaver, by the way.
Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast. Those of you who don't know us, now you know me.
He's Beaver. I'm his wife. I'm Mrs. Beaver.
Hello, his wife.
Yes, everybody say hi. I'm just kidding. We have been talking for ages about starting a podcast because we enjoy talking to each other. I know. Shocker.
It's been 4 years and we still like each other.
I know. So weird.
We are battling the statistics here every day.
I know. Half of you are like, wow, that's so long. The other half of you are like, you babies, only married for 4 years.
Well, okay. Now, to be fair, it has been a very full 4 years.
It has.
I mean, we've
moved 6 times.
We've lived in 4 states across
the nation, literally. Yeah. One of them, anyway.
We have had 2 children.
Yes. And a partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Yes. That was a funny joke that I came up with earlier, and I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if we could add that.
Yes, you're welcome for me remembering that.
Good job. So proud.
If you hear random coos and babbles and hi, Mom, from across the room, it's because we are attempting to record this podcast with our 2 children in the room with us. We'll see how that goes. It is such as the life of busy parents. One of our children, we are resorting to screen time because sometimes it just... Parents, you get it.
You need a little bit of help every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, you got screen time, you've got chocolate,
I swear, we do have her
cream.
not do screen time a lot. It's just there's the occasional time when we
we sit down to record a podcast for the very first time, but the second time...
No, this is the first time ever. No mistakes.
We've never made a mistake before.
Not in our lives.
Just delete all those other recordings.
As my dad would say, we thought we were wrong once. Turns out we were mistaken.
There you go. A perfect dad joke right there.
Yes. But you also may see me have to get up and go get our son because right now he's happy, but as all 4 months are, that can change very quickly. So
I mean, he's still happy. He likes hearing our voices, I think. He agrees. He just cooed. He's yelling at us now. Anyway.
But anyway, so I thought it'd be a good way to start off this podcast talking about a little bit why we chose this name, particularly Tea with the Beavers. And the first half of it, tea, is because my husband and I both enjoy drinking tea.
And we love gossip.
No, we don't. Please don't gossip. Disclaimer: this is not a gossip podcast.
It's not that kind of tea.
No.
We're talking about the good stuff
Yes, that you drink.
Yes. Put a sachet in some warm water and it becomes a soup.
Yes. Leaf soup, as we like to say.
Soup. Different from bean soup.
Which is coffee.
Keep up, people. Keep up.
Yeah. Anyways, so we both enjoy tea, and part of our honeymoon actually was going to Leavenworth, and there was a tea shop there, and we got a bunch of different kinds of tea there. The tea we are drinking now is not from that excursion because that was so long ago. 4 entire years.
My goodness.
This is Hardy and Sons Mother's Day tea that we stole from my mom.
Yep. A tea that we bought for both of our parents, my mother-in-law and my mother.
And my mother-in-law and my mother.
Two of the same people, but different in relation to us.
And here comes my child to come visit.
Hello, Esther. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. You want to say hi to the video? Say hi.
Hi.
What happened?
Is your video all over?
No.
Can you watch your video?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
Bye.
You need the giraffe? You may have the giraffe. Edward doesn't really care.
I don't know if we're going to cut this out or not. It's endearing to have a child, but
we might edit it out. We'll see.
If there's a weird glitchy pause where we disappeared and showed up somewhere else.
And we will start again here.
Welcome to Tea with Beavers,
where we
drink tea and don't spill it, except on occasion.
But not around the expensive equipment.
Not around.
We've been through this again.
Equipment.
We need to move on. Okay, so we like tea.
We do like tea.
You'd think we had never done this podcast before.
We tried, and we tried hard. If you can't hear that, that's our child yelling at us from the bouncer, and now he's laughing. Sorry.
Laughing at our pain. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Tea with the Beavers.
You're reaching to
Shush. Woman.
Anyways, okay, so we talked about tea and why we do tea.
Yep. The gossip.
No, not the gossip.
And
we
with
like
the Beavers.
drinking tea.
With the Beavers. My name is Beaver. I will continue to say that until the day I die because that's what my family has called me. Technically, it's not my legal name. Don't tell the feds. Or do. It doesn't matter. I have the documents in order. Yeah, my name has been Beaver since I was 2 years old. My mom and dad started calling me that, and it kind of stuck with the rest of my family, except for my wife.
Yeah.
Her family.
Although that's not entirely my fault.
It's not entirely her fault. When I got into college, which is where I met my beautiful Mrs. Beaver here, I decided that I would be professional and use my legal name because I'm a man of many names. And in an attempt to be professional, using my legal name, I told my wife, and she was shocked when she found out from my family that I am, in fact, Beaver.
Yes. But I have mostly just called you Heath. Esther, honey.
Or babe, or honey,
Okay,
or sweetheart, or love of my life. That's another one. You don't really call me by my first name much.
No. I mostly call you babe. That's the biggest one,
Yep.
I would say.
Because she likes to compare me to a pig.
But when I... No, that's not true. It's a term of endearment, babe.
Pig in the City. Great movies, by the way.
Yes. Highly recommend. Not that that's what we're doing on this podcast, but, we'll throw it in there since it's
I will
here.
say, first babe, much better than the second babe.
So much better. Oh, my word.
Although the second babe did have that cute little dog at the end that didn't have any lit back legs, and it had the wheelchair thing.
I don't
It
remember
was
that
running
at
down
all.
an alley in the darkness, and it was being all brave. It was so cute.
I believe you, but I don't remember it at all.
We'll need to rewatch it.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh,
Name.
hi. We're podcast people.
Two beavers. Drinking, don't
Two
don't spill it.
beavers
All that
drinking
good stuff.
tea. We also have got a little bit of an idea from the C.S. Lewis franchise of the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yes, both of us grew up being encouraged to read a lot, and one of those series that both of us have very much enjoyed was the Chronicles of Narnia.
I'll stop you there because encouraged sounds like you had a choice.
Well, yes, I guess that's true, but
We
it was
both
never
grew
like
to-
a fight.
We both grew.
It was never really a fight to read. I don't
That's
think,
true.
at least on my end. I don't know about you, but I always enjoyed reading. So,
I grew up into it.
yeah.
When I got old and got better vocabulary.
Yeah. But we both enjoy the C.S. Lewis books, Chronicles of Narnia. And if you have read those books, if you have not, what are you doing? Go read them.
Stop the podcast,
You
read the
heathens.
books, come back,
Then we'll talk.
we'll drink more tea.
And now that you've read the
Don't spill
books,
Welcome back, all you guys who've gone and read the books.
one of my favorite books in the series is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is book 2, technically book 1 of how they were written, but book 2 of the complete set.
Which one's the first one? Oh,
Magician's
The
Nephew.
Magician's Nephew.
Also a fantastic book.
They do a little bit
But-
of...
Yes, but I like Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe better than The Magician's Nephew for what it's worth.
I
And
like The Magician's Nephew best. I think that's my
That-
favorite.
it's a good one. It is a good one. But in that book, there's a pair of beavers who are part of, in my opinion, they're some of the best characters in the entire series.
That is a correct opinion.
Yes. And so because his nickname is Beaver, my family has a running joke, and his family too, that we are Mr. and Mrs. Beaver.
We've got beanies and...
Yeah, we have hats, we have
shoes,
slippers that
slippers.
say Mr. and Mrs. Beaver on them
Yep.
from family members for Christmas. And so, anyways, it's a... Okay, I gotta get the baby. You take
Okay.
it from here.
So how long of a pause does it take to be awkward? About this long. Okay, fair enough. We are awkward now. We need to come back with like eyeliner, baggy eyes, and everything.
All right, I'm back. This is our son. He was complaining, so we had to...
And we're back.
Welcome to...
Welcome to the Beavers,
Where we drink tea and don't spill it.
where we
How many-
spill tea and don't drink it.
Wait. Anyways, new drinking game. Have a sip of tea every time we do our intro again.
How long does it take before everyone goes to the bathroom? Welcome to Tea with the Beavers.
Where are we drinking? Don't smell it.
We've got some great ideas for what we want to do with this podcast.
Yes.
We don't want it to be siphoned into one strict policy, like we're going to do it on this day, release it on this day.
It's not
That's
gonna
not
be...
what we do. We are parents.
Yes.
We
and
have
it's-
children, 2 of them.
And it's not all going to be restricted to specific parts of our life. Like it's not going to be like a lifestyle podcast where we only talk about parenting. It's not going to be a Bible podcast where we just talk about stuff that we've been reading in the Bible recently and theology.
Although that will
That will
be
come in.
parts. That'll come in.
Come into it. It's not going to be just about the books we've read or the movies we've watched
Or the music
we
we're
listen
listening to. Oh, hey, we're
Aw, we're
Aw.
so cute.
we should get married and have 2 kids and start a podcast
Aw.
called Tea with the Beavers.
Where we drink tea and it'll spill it.
I figure if we say that enough times, it'll get into our brains and yours at home, so you'll never forget
yeah,
us.
so we can make a bunch of money off of
besties forever. Awkward pause again.
Yes. But so we're not planning on having this be a podcast about anything in particular necessarily. We're just going to talk about things that we find interesting, and it may be what our kids said this morning, but it also may be a deep dive into poltergeist activity or something random like that. I don't know. It
Or
could be anything.
it could be cool key changes in jazz music. Or it could be the thousands of memes that I haven't opened on Instagram from my wife because I have a life.
I know. He should just watch all of them all of the time. He's got like hundreds that he hasn't seen yet that I sent him. It's really my fault. I should not be spending that much time on my phone, let's be honest.
But that will provide content.
Good content. Yes. And I am a writer, and so we'll probably talk about...
Horses.
What? No. Writing like...
Uh,
writing like writing books. I also enjoy horses, but you know.
Author.
Yes, I'm an author, and so we can talk about my books, books that I enjoy reading, of course.
The books that I have failed to write.
Yes.
It's pretty fun.
But we have lots of things to talk about, needless to say. And hopefully
we have a lot of words between the two of us.
Yes. And I just hope that you guys can just feel like a part of a fly on the wall, so to speak, for some of our conversations that we have.
I don't like flies.
Well, no, but...
I squish them in my fingers.
What is the word for not literally?
Figurative?
Yes, that's the one. Figuratively.
You're the author.
Figurative flies on the wall for our conversations from throughout the weeks and months and years. Yes. Because we have a lot of fun talking about random things.
We do.
And I think you guys will have fun listening to the random things that we talk about. Hopefully.
You might.
You might. You might not, but hopefully
if you don't, hey, if you don't like it, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. It kind of bothers me. You should like us. We're very likable people.
Yeah, and we need to make money. Just kidding. That's not why
that's not what this is about, but hey, if it does start that going, we'll be happy.
Yeah. Very true.
Hey, buddy. I think half of the words that I just said there weren't words.
I can edit it out. It's fine.
That's too much work.
But,
what else do you want to talk about today? Do we want to just keep it short and sweet? Let the people at least start hearing our beautiful voices? Do you got something you want to say?
I think this would be a good...
What you want to send out to the ether?
It's just a short little introduction post, and kind of we can share a little... We went way too into depth sharing about ourselves the first time we tried this podcast.
It's kind of awkward when I was editing. I was like, they probably don't know.
They don't need to know all this.
They don't need to know how many jobs I've had and why we're actually here right now.
But,
although it's kind of tragic why we're here right now. Yeah,
I know.
Anyway.
Some of this we'll edit out too. It's fine.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. Well, not the spit up on your arm. If nothing else, we are very human.
Yep.
And we want to be entertaining, but we also enjoy talking to each other. We like hearing each other's thoughts. We have our entire relationship whenever we start talking to each other about something interesting to us.
We're like, man, this should be on a podcast.
This should be on a podcast. We talk a lot.
We also have super good advice. So. We can do that too as part of our podcast, is tell everybody how they should live their lives perfectly like us, you know?
Yep. Well, honey, I'm out of tea.
I'm not. You can drink mine.
I'm out of tea with the beavers.
Where we drink tea and don't spill it.
Where I drink tea and run out.
And I don't, apparently.
You didn't last time either.
Well, better luck
Sad.
next time is what I say.
Yep.
All right, well, we do still have to figure out an outro. We're doing so good with our intro. We've done it like 12 times this episode.
We could just do the same thing, but say farewell instead.
Farewell with
Farewell from Tea with the Beavers.
Where we-
podcast where we have drank tea and did not
have
spill
not
it.
spelt it.
And haveth not it spilteth
It.
it. See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.